4th District was actively looking for a gentleman that was wanted on a murder warrant. They got a call to over on this address. I don't know the specific address that he was in this area. When they got to the address, they heard the door slam. They observed a male fitting the description, tried to go over a fence. The officer went back behind the house to where he was at. The individual couldn't get over the fence, came back towards the officer. He pulled a gun on the officer, and at which time the officer fired at the suspect and hitting the suspect also. It was confirmed that he was wanted on a murder warrant. I think they've been looking for him for the last couple days, and tips led to over here today.
It was a patrol officer that fired?
Correct. Yep.
Just one officer?
Just one officer, yes. Yep.
Suspect dead on arrival?
Yes.
Any idea how many shots were fired?
No, I don't, actually. It's still being investigated.
Fired back, or?
As of right now, it doesn't seem, but you never know, so we'll have to figure it out. But right now, I don't think so.
But he did point the gun?
He did, yes.
Was the scene behind the house then?
Correct.
And it was the address that officers had responded to looking for him?
That's correct, yep.
What do we know about the suspect aside from the fact he's wanted on a warrant?
You know, I don't know much about him. Just I think they've been looking for him for the last couple of days, and like I said, he has a murder warrant out there. I don't know about the case that he was involved in, though.
Yeah, 25 years old.
You know what? I don't know much about him. Sorry about that. Yep.
Can you give us any information on the officer or how long he's been working?
He's been on approximately 10 years. Seasoned veteran, good guy. He's shaking up a little bit right now. I mean, it's not a good feeling to have a gun pointed at you, and it's not a good feeling to use deadly force either. It's hard for officers. I mean, especially in today's climate and the way things are going on. So he's doing good, but a little shaken up. But you know, we're glad he's here and he's going home to his family.
How many officers were there to serve the warrant?
So the way it all happened, there's probably 5, 6, 7, 8 officers. Unfortunately, most of the officers thought that he was going to go over the fence and take off running. And when he didn't make it over the fence, that's when there was only one officer on the other side.
On the other side of the fence?
The side that he stayed on.
Okay.
So everybody was under the belief that he was going to hop the fence, get over to the other side, and everybody raced to the other side, but he didn't make it to the fence, and that's how it was a one-on-one situation.
Roughly how far apart were the suspect and officer?
It's 10, 15 feet. It's not a big backyard.
What resources do you guys then have for the officers that were present?
You know what? We have an employees assistance unit that kind of monitors what he's, you know, they watch over him, stuff like that. I mean, it's a roller coaster ride as far as emotions for an officer. You probably go from not sleeping to playing this back in mind. I mean, obviously you're taking somebody's life. It's hard enough, so it's not easy, and it's an emotional drain, and it also goes out to his family too. Especially when you replay everything that happens, you know, slowly. It's not a good feeling, but you're glad you're going home, and you know you got put in a tough situation.
Do you know the race of the officer, race of the suspect?
Officer in blue and the suspect wanted on a murder warrant.
Was anybody arrested at the house or related with this?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't know what's going on inside the house.
I was just going to say, why that house? Was that his address or is that someone else's, an acquaintance?
I don't know. And I don't know what the radio calls were to get him there. So obviously it was a tip from somewhere.
Did the suspect go out the back door when the officers arrived?
That's my understanding.
Was there anyone else in the house at the time?
Don't know that either.
And this
Yeah.
wasn't like a tactical unit or a...
No, it was multiple officers working on this. I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly who got broadcast over here, but it was multiple officers. As far as I know, it was just our agency, but I'm not sure if there's an outside agency assisting them.
It wasn't Violent Fugitive Task Force or anything like
I don't think so, but I'm not sure if they're here. So I dealt with my officers.
What time did you say roughly?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I can tell you when I got the calls was between 8:30 and 9. I had to look at my phone, so I don't know when it actually happened then.